Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alex of Crazy Table Gaming, and today I have a Noble Knight deck profile for you. I really love this deck. This is one of my favorite casual decks to use. It's not really competitive at all, but it is super fun still. You can sneak out a couple wins at locals maybe. This is my list. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Let's just hop right into it. Alright, so first thing we have is 3 Noble Knight Brothers. Brothers is one of your main playmakers. When you normal him, you can special summon 2 other ones from the hand, and when you special summon 2 from the hand, you'll be able to get your Link plays and your Xyz plays off, and he recycles 3 from the graveyard, either 3 Noble Knights or 3 Noble Arms, in any combination from the graveyard back into the deck, and then you draw 1 card. So he's really good. I would keep him at 3. The next one we play at 3 is 3 Madrat. Madrat is one of your other main extenders and playmakers. When you have an equipped card onto him, a Noble Arm equipped spell onto him, you can summon another one from the deck, and then you pop the equipped spell, re-equip it to the one you summoned, and get your plays going. He's really good at 3. I would keep him at 3. And then the next one we play at 3, and the last one actually, is Tussanin. If you control a Noble Arm equipped spell, you can just special summon him from your hand, and then when he is used for an Xyz Synchro or Link summon of a Noble Knight monster, you can do another normal summon during your main phase. So he's a really good extender. He's a really good card to have at 3. You want to see him in your hands. I love him. He's one of my favorite ones now. For our one of the Noble Knights, we play 1 Yvain, 1 Gawain, 1 Dryston, 1 Boars, and 1 Ektar. Yvain gets a token for you to Link summon. Gawain, when you control a normal monster, you can special summon him from the hand, and both Boars and Madrat are normal monsters when they don't have equipped spells, so he's really easy to get out. Ektar is a target off of Isolde, and he's kind of like a dragon ruler where you just banish 2, special summon him. And then Dryston, he's the only one that can be targeted with attacks if he has a equipped spell, or while you control another Noble Knight, and then while you have an equipped spell, you can pop something on the field. And then for the rest of our monsters, we play 1 Merlin, 1 Guinevere, and I played 2 Ash Blossoms. I like Merlin at 1. I thought about bumping him up to 2 or 3 because I kind of want to see him more, but he's fine at 1. If he's your normal summon and he gets ashed, your play's done, so he's okay. I might actually drop him entirely. And then Guinevere counts as a Noble Arm, and if she's equipped to a light monster, you can destroy this instead of the monster she's equipped to, or if it's a dark monster, you just destroy, at the start of the damage step, you can destroy whatever monster that this is equipped to is attacking, and then just 2 Ash for hand traps, because this is going second. I don't like going first with this deck. I just prefer not to. And then for our Noble Arms, I play 2 Destiny, 2 Excalibur, 1 Caliburn, 1 Arfidierter, 1 Gallatin, and 1 Clarent. Destiny protects your monsters from destruction. Excalibur acts as a rank up, and it makes it so your monsters can't be targeted. Caliburn boosts a monster by 500 attack and you by 500 life. Arfidierter is just popping back row. Gallatin boosts it by 1000, so you can OTK, but every standby phase after it's activated, that monster loses 200 attack, so you got to kind of play around with it and pop it to re-equip it so that it just keeps doing the 1000 attack boost instead of losing attack. And then Clarent, you can attack directly. So I just run the 1 Clarent. I feel like that's enough. All of these are searchable and really easy to manipulate the graveyard to get these out when you need them, so I feel like this is the best ratio. And then you have the 1 monster equip spell, so I feel like this is enough. If I were to bump any up, it would be 1 more Caliburn, because getting evenly meshed and losing your Caliburn really sucks. And then for the rest of our spells, play 3 Heritage of the Chalice. It's a better reinforcement of the army. It grabs a Noble Knight or a Noble Arm, and then if a Noble Knight monster dies while it has an equipped spell, you can add this back to the hand from the graveyard, so it's really good. I love this card. And then we play the 1 reinforcement of the army. We play a 3 only at 1. Chalice is a better version of Reinforcement, so I still run the 1 though, because I want as much consistency as possible in this deck. And then I play, for the 1/0 spells, Glory of the Noble Knights, Book of Moon, Monster Reborn, Avarice, and the 1 Garnet, Double or Nothing. I might cut this just because the deck's a little bit inconsistent, but I for some reason seem to always hard draw into it in my opening hand, and it's really obnoxious doing that, so that's kind of worthless. Pot of Avarice I might cut. You don't really need it, but drawing 2 is nice. But with brothers, you can get 3 brothers off in 1 turn, or 4 brothers off in 1 turn if you Monster Reborn it, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of redundant. Play it if you'd like. It's okay. And then for our traps, play 2 until Noble Arms are needed once again. Just more draw power, stacking your deck. I like it. And then for the last 3 cards, since we are going second, I am playing 3 evenly matched. I want to get my opponent's stuff off the board as quickly as possible so I can start building mine. I like having this at 3. I like seeing it in my opening hand. It's really the only reason that this deck can even do okay at locals right now, in my opinion. I would not cut this, maybe for other hand traps if you want to, but I like having the 3 evenly. And then for our extra deck, I'm playing 3 Isolde. Isolde's really good. You link summon her, search a warrior out of your deck, add it to your hand. Usually that's what Ektar is for. Ektar is my main Isolde target. And then you send 4 equip spell cards to grave, special summon a level 4. Isolde's really good. You need her at 3 because if she gets popped, you really want to get her back out again. And then for our kings, I play 3 Artorigus, King of the Noble Knight. Back row, hate. He re-equips 3 equip spells from grave to him when he's link summoned or Ixie summoned, and then you detach 1 clear back row equal to the number of Noble Arms equip spell cards you control. Really easy to get 4 pops with him. And then 2 Sacred Noble Knight of King Custanin. I like Custanin. He just rotates monsters back, bounces them back to hand, and then if he's destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, he floats into another Noble Knight Ixie's monster from the extra deck, so he just ranks up into another one. And if it is him or the other king, Artorigus, you're getting your equip spells back. And then Artorigus also floats into a level 4 or higher Noble Knight monster in the graveyard. So I like having 2 and 2 for these, and then 3 of these, since the main one you're going to go into first is him, and then you're going to build up into the king and Custanin. So I like this ratio of 3-2-2. If I were to cut any of them down, I might cut this back down to 2 to fit more in, but I don't really feel like I need to, since these are the ones you're mainly going into. And then the only other Ixies really I go into anyway is the Utopia and Utopia double for the double or nothing play. It's main OTK of the deck. If you can break their board and then go into this, it's, I mean, easy win. And then if you happen to hard draw into double or nothing, I also play 1 Boral Sword and 1 Abramax. And then for the 15th card, I play 1 Abyss Dweller, just because it shuts down certain matchups. It's just a really good card to throw in if you have the space, along with the Abramax and Boral Sword. And then Abramax has a kind of fun interaction where if you have him and Dryston on the field at the same time, your opponent can't attack either of these, because Dryston says he's the only one that can be attacked, and then Crusadia says he's the only one that can be attacked. So I like having these two if you can go into it. It's just a fun little soft lock until they can get over it, and then you can make him untargetable and can't be destroyed by battle 2 or 3 times a turn. So I like having this as a backup. And then the Boral Sword is just for more OTKs. I've thought about switching it for a Boral Load, because sometimes it's more beneficial to steal their monster depending on what it is, if it's a problematic card. But Boral Sword Dragon, it's just a win button if you can get them out and clear their board first. That is it for this deck profile, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like down below and consider subscribing to the channel. We're going to be doing a lot more of these deck profiles Might do some tournament reports, do more Warhammer, board game type of stuff, a little bit of Magic. So if you're into any of that, maybe consider subscribing and become part of the channel. All right, have a good rest of your day, guys.